Coming to you live from next to a natural oil factory. Can't have a bunch of people next door.
All right, Dave, it's gone long enough, buddy. Dave.
All right, unapologizing for our past, fearless of our future. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from New York, Dave and Rhino.
Which one is it? Nope. There you go. You got it, Dave. You got it, Dave. Well, everybody, welcome back to another video of Non-Truck Guy, 'S, do truck reviews. But you might notice something a little different in between us here, Dave. And I was thinking...
you see that too?
I was wondering, Dave, I was like, man, your perfume smells great today, Dave. I really appreciate what you did. But then I noticed, like, we are far apart from each other, man. It's not you.
Dog, I've been like, I see attractive people.
Thanks, buddy. I did this. I tried to look better for you today, man. I appreciate that. Jules, introduce yourself to everybody.
Hi, my name's Jules. I'm from Virginia and just moved here about 6 months ago.
And Jules was gracious enough to jump in on Non-Truck Guys, and Jules does truck reviews. So we figured... Truck girl. Yeah, see, Non-Truck Guys, even though, I mean, I am, but I get things wrong. So I'm going to classify myself as a non-truck guy. That's my little caveat, so you guys don't get mad at me when I'm wrong. But we brought in a real truck girl whose truck is sitting out in the parking lot, by the way. I was not expecting that. So maybe at some point we'll also do a video on your truck. I wish we had time today, but we don't. But you're not too far away, so we can make that happen.
So we got two non-truck guys and a truck girl.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks for the summary.
Clarify.
So a lot of you guys said, you know, you and Dave are entertaining enough, but we're getting sick of staring at two dudes. So we're trying to make things work for you guys. So here you go. Jules is, yeah, she's here. She's ready to jump in. Jules, we're going to start with this first truck here that you see in front of us. Sorry that Jules is blocking a little bit of the screen behind us, but I don't think it's going to be too big of an issue for you guys.
The wheels have the bolts on them.
I'm blocking the wheels.
Well, it's all right. It's all right. Feel free. Don't worry. Go ahead and jump in. Well, ladies first, Dave. Ladies first. I know you're raring to go, Dave. Jules, what do you think about this here Ram?
I really like it. The wheels are probably my favorite kind, and the chrome though. I'm not a huge fan of chrome.
Okay.
So
why is that?
I think it clashes a little too much. So if it was like maybe matte black, I think it would just look a little better.
So you'd rather have black bumpers?
Yeah.
No, that was clearly matte black.
I do appreciate the matte. All right, you would rather have matte black bumper. What about color match? Are you color match or matte black? Would you rather
matte
they be?
Black.
You prefer the matte black?
Yeah.
Okay. That is I feel like that is a more southern-ish thing. Out here, everybody's more of a color match. Yeah. All right, so you said these are your favorite wheels. These are Dave's least favorite wheels, believe it or not.
That's because they're unauthentic.
Dave's not a fan of the simulated beadlock bolts all the way around.
Yeah, I love that. That's my favorite part.
Is that on your truck?
No.
Oh, well then.
No.
I'm planning to get them soon.
All right, well, the reason Dave doesn't like them is he thinks it's been done too many times. If you go to a wheel shop and you look at like their wheel wall, you're going to see like 80% of them are going to be like that. So that's kind of his thing.
It is common. I will say that. But, I mean, it's common because they're nice.
Of the big three, is Ram your favorite? Oh.
I think I'm even with Chevy and Dodge. I got a Chevy back home.
Okay.
So I can't really choose sides since I have both.
What Chevy do you have?
I have a 1988 Chevy Silverado.
Oh, okay.
Man.
Dave, we got to get you a truck, buddy. What do you think about rental car silver? That's what we call, well, that's what Dave calls that silver color. Mm-hmm. Do you like that color?
No.
You're not, right? Why don't you like it?
To be honest, I just don't really like white trucks, and it resembles a white truck to me. I just like, it's just my preference, though.
Ouch.
It's just my preference.
Wait, I don't know which one it is. No. Wait. We'll find it. I think it's that one. Hold on.
I think it is that one. Yeah.
All right, we got it. You know, it looks like we're sitting at about I guess, an 8-inch lift. What's your truck at?
6-inch.
6-inch.
The 35s.
All right. I'm a fan of the look. I wish you had a little bit wider of a tire on there. It just looks a little skinny for the application compared to the size of the truck.
It's a big body.
Right. Yeah, the Rams are kind of a flared out looking truck.
Yeah.
So when you throw a skinnier tire on that like that, to me, I'd go with a little bit fatter of a tire.
Yeah. To be honest, I've never really liked Dodge until I got one just because of the bulky end.
Gotcha.
big of a fan of that. Chevy, they're just a little more boxy, and I like that style.
Okay.
But I've grown to love them.
Gotcha. Nice. All right, Dave. Rate this truck, buddy. What do you give this?
Well, I think that for me, the tires are too thin. The wheels are off. It's a rental car silver. The smoky lens on the front, and then scroll down a little bit so that we can see what he's done to the roof. I think the best part of the truck is actually the roof lights. You know, I mean, like you're trying.
Well, apparently, there's not a whole lot going for the truck in your book, huh, buddy?
You're missing. Hey, me and Jules are probably gonna have differing opinions on this.
Okay.
The one thing I like about a Dodge Ram is that typically they remind me of M&M, but this one does not. I'm gonna go with the fist bump 5 because it's better than mine, but that's just me.
Jules, out of 1 to 10, what do you rate this truck?
This truck, I would probably say an 8.5.
Whoa, okay.
Ooh, she might take that back.
Jules is generous with the reviews. All right.
I remember my first truck judging. Ooh.
Let's keep it going. We'll bring up another Ram here for you.
Speaking of M&M.
Right. All right. This is a completely different style there, but notice something that stays similar.
White truck.
But I'm talking the wheels. So, look at how uncomfortable she got when she saw a white truck. Like, that's it. Like, no, I'm done. Taking the headphones off. Forget this.
The wheels, yeah.
The wheels are common. Dave does have a point.
Mediocre, buddy.
When I had black wheels on my truck, I searched for the only pair I could find that didn't have that around it.
That's what I have, and it's Rockstar.
There you go.
They're nice wheels.
Well, I would say Fuel Wheel makes one without it too, but I do not recommend Fuel Wheels.
Not heard good things.
Bad customer service. Jules, jump in. What do you think about this one?
I love the rock lights.
Okay.
I got the rock lights, so I can relate. I love the LEDs in the headlights for sure. Color match, it's awesome. It looks really good on that truck.
Cool. There's a butt coming. I feel a butt coming.
Honestly, just the white.
All right.
I think it's got like a Miami Vice. Sort of like M&M meets, was it Crockett and Tubbs?
Sure. I gotta say the exposed LEDs on the side there, that strip. I don't like seeing the light source. I understand the wheel wells, like it's kind of hard to get away from that.
Yeah.
But to me, seeing that strip down the side, it kind of kills it for me. I remember back when Recon had the big rig lights that you could put on the side of the truck, the amber ones. You know, I had them on my truck. It was a different era. But I don't know. I just don't like seeing the light source. So that, to me, like the only real downfall I see of this truck. Other than that, it's clean.
Is that a C4 rock light in there?
That is not. I don't think that. Maybe. I don't know. C4's color changing ones look different than mine, so that might be. Well done, Dave. Well done knowing that. You are just. It's going to be Truck Guy does truck reviews here soon, Dave.
You can learn a lot from judging a truck, Jules.
Oh, I'm sure.
Let's see if we got any other pictures. Oh, all right.
Sweet.
Oh,
Look at
love
that.
the
Look at that spring.
Oh, well, there you go.
I
So
like how everything matches pretty much.
We've gone from M&M to Beck for me.
okay.
I'm gonna have to go with an 8 5/16.
Oh, all right. That's pretty high. It's higher
That's
than
pretty
I
high.
thought.
I appreciate this guy's like those are ballsy moves.
All right, Jules, what do you think?
I'd probably go with an 8.75.
Whoa!
Ooh. Sit down, Dave. Sit down.
Man, I respect the generosity.
We're going to change it up now. No more Rams. Sorry, Jules. We're going to jump into, I already heard the sigh coming from you. What do you think about this Ford, Jules?
My personal opinion, not a huge fan of Fords,
Okay.
but this is a really nice one.
All right.
It's a really nice one. It's well done. It's the wheels I'm not a huge fan of, to be honest, but
Is it because they're directional wheels?
it might be.
I'm not a big directional wheel fan either.
Yeah, but everything else is good. I like that it's color matched. No chrome pretty much that I see except on the wheels.
Yeah, I feel like the machining on the wheels, like if they would have just blacked out everything, like to me, if you're going to black everything out, like take it to that level.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it kind of starts to look like every other truck that somebody kind of blacked out. So I can definitely see that. It looks like he's got a BDS lift kit there. I mean, that looks like a clean, solid truck. He's got traction bars on there. He probably drives it, but it's a Ford. I'm with you on the Ford thing. To me, Ford always makes a good-looking truck, but I don't trust the powertrain.
No, I don't. Back when I was in Virginia, I was friends with lots of mechanics and tow truck drivers because my Chevy was always breaking down. And
You're not helping our case here, Jules.
it had a 75 engine in it.
Okay.
So can't really blame it on it, but all of them, I've asked them, and they said that they see Ford in the most, and they have to work on and tow Fords the most.
Dave, what do you think about this truck?
Well, I mean, I certainly appreciate some of the energies that are put into there, but if I were to, I've been judging trucks for quite some time now, and if I were to select like a hunting partner, and if I had my choice between the last truck with the black light,
he's going somewhere, Jules. Just I see the face. He's going somewhere.
If I had my choice of the white truck with the dude who's trying to do the black lights, under the to light up the suspension,
right,
and this guy, I kind of feel like I'm more prone to laugh with the white truck. Okay. So although
this guy's too serious business.
All
right.
And I think he's making real safe choices the whole way. I mean, good, real solid 7.
Solid 7. All right, Jules, what do you got?
It's a really nice truck. Not a huge fan of the the make and the wheels, so I'm gonna have to decrease my scaling a little, but I would say probably a 7.5.
All right.
See?
Well, that's a fair.
I mean, I think it's sweet.
Let's jump to something you're a little bit more comfortable with here. Back in, you can relax a little, sit back in the chair a little bit now. We got us a Chevy. What do you think about this truck?
I like the color match. Again, I love the color match. I think the wheels would look a little better wider, and I do see that same pattern.
You're gonna notice it a lot in these, yeah.
I don't like the chrome. I think they definitely should take off the
step.
Yeah. The step. It would look better without the...
What do you think about the tire choice? Clearly, he's going a little more street look.
Yeah.
To me, I don't know. If you're going to lift them that high and put like that street of a tire on it, it's not exactly the right look in my eyes. But what do you think?
I noticed that too. I did notice that it was definitely a street tire.
Yeah.
So he doesn't take it off-road or anything, and... should go with something a little more off-road.
All right.
Type.
All right. I agree. Dave, what do you think?
Well, I mean, Silverado does it again. Every time I see the Silverado body, I'm like, man, that's what a truck ought to be. But then, I don't want to go through the list of choices that I certainly wouldn't make.
The wheels, the tires, chrome step.
I mean, what's he
chrome
done?
Silverado on the door.
I like the chrome Silverado on the door.
Oh, we win one. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, look, it's not a horrible truck. It's just that it seems like a little confused. It's like that point of where you're like, man, I don't should I keep trying to gain weight or should I hold back or what? What's going on there with the wheels to the lift and everything.
I think it's definitely another truck that played it too safe, but it doesn't look like you finished your plan. I think if you take the next step and blacken some things out, a couple little more details, then it'll look more of a solid finished truck.
Oh, for sure. I mean, he's not far off from it either.
Yeah. To me, I would put a more aggressive tire on there, but, I also respect the look because you don't see too many trucks with street tires. Yeah. It sits a little tall for them, but at the same time, I don't know, clearly he had to trim his little valence down there to clear them. So
yeah, I had to do the same.
There you go. I recommend straight lines when you trim it, not whatever that radius is.
Yeah, the curve.
Yeah, don't do the curve. Straight lines. All right, Dave, rate this truck.
6 and 11/16.
Jules?
6.9.
Ooh. I think you're just trying to one-up Dave on everything.
We're getting closer.
I'm throwing everybody for a loop right now. I'm willing to bet most people haven't seen a truck like this.
I actually have. It actually looks really familiar, too. Oddly enough, I've seen this truck before.
Well, all right. Dave doesn't hang out on Instagram. Dave has not seen a truck like this before. Dave, wrap your mind around this, buddy.
I'm trying.
All right, let's see if we got.
All right, so
there you go, buddy.
Okay.
Check that thing out.
Okay, all right. I was just gonna say, so the first things in my head are, all right. Well, here's my 8-foot bed,
right?
Dually. I just feel like it's not enough, and a trailer would be too much. So what I want to
Well, we know Dave hates trailers, so this might be right up his alley.
I mean, what are we looking at here? Like a 12-foot bed or what?
I don't know. Well, you could see the stretch section in there. I mean, look at where that body line stops.
Yeah, that's clear.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what it is. I'm gonna guess it's a 12-foot, maybe 14-foot at most
I
bed.
was thinking 14. I think it's 14.
It might be 14.
14-foot bed?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's denoted it on Instagram. Yeah, the truck's all over Instagram.
I have seen it before, and I think it was a 14.
Quick question.
David.
Yes, and I have a follow-up after this question, if you don't mind.
Is it for me or Jules?
Jules.
All right, I'll be over here.
Okay. Why?
Why what? Why what? What's the question?
Well, why 14 feet?
Why would you do this to your truck?
And that's my follow-up question. And thanks for your time. I'm going to hang up. You can go ahead and answer that.
All right,
Love your show. Love your show, Jules.
14 foot just sounds really familiar. When I've seen the truck before, I just remember something about 14, and I think that's what it was.
He's just curious as to why somebody would stretch their truck. What would be the need?
Yeah,
So,
why?
let's hear your thoughts, Jules.
I don't think there's really a reason for it, because you could just attach a trailer to it.
Dude,
and
wait.
boom.
I think
Nobody
You have the
wakes up
rest.
and says, "Hey, hey, I know what I'm going to do today with this $8,000 eating a hole in my pocket." Like,
Well, to me, I think we're looking at the reason.
But that's not even taking up the whole bed.
I think that's the point.
is there a dog back there?
No, I think that's the point. The point is, after you slide in your pretty sweet
All right.
toolbox setup, you still have,
Whoa.
well, that's it out of the truck. You still retain like another probably 4 or 5 foot of open bed space for when you go to the Home Depot. You own a van, buddy. You know how much of a pain in the butt it is to like slide some stuff up in there when it's like full of stuff. His van is full, plus he's got 4 or 5 feet behind there to stack a bunch of stuff that he just bought at Home Depot. Like, to me, it makes sense. I'm pretty sure also that he's from the San Francisco area. Yeah, which, number one, I've seen a lot of pictures of limos like stuck on those really steep hills, like high centered, which like that tells me this is a bad idea. But then at the same time, like there ain't no room to pull a trailer around San Francisco. You got to be self-contained all in one unit.
See, location can change.
There you go.
It's like I think.
We're not in Virginia anymore, Dave.
All right, I got one.
What do you got?
So you know how they have like dogs that are in movies,
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
right?
Once. I've seen it once.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like Air Bud,
Great basketball player.
right?
Yeah. I didn't know he was a dog.
The
A
Buddies
good
movie.
dog.
And named our
Good
dogs
dog.
after those dogs.
There you go.
Which one? What?
The Buddies movie.
The Bunnies movie.
Buddies.
Buddies. Yeah. The whole Buddies
Yeah.
series. Yeah, it's
all
it's
those
a
puppies, I named them after my dogs.
really docu series. I like that.
Okay.
Well educated lady.
All right.
So my thought is he transports. You know, it's like a limousine
Okay.
for dog stars.
This is Dave, guys. This is Dave in his greatness.
Well, behind the toolbox, there's what I would consider an appropriate amount of room.
Well, maybe that's where the hot tub goes for the dog stars.
Right?
That's why he needs the dually for the extra weight.
Okay, I ask why, and I get nothing. Like as though that's a legitimate answer, and here I come with a plausible theory, and I get laughed at with crickets.
You're right. Sorry, Dave. All right, Dave. Rate his truck, buddy.
Well, I'm a big fan of the going for it weird.
Okay.
so although I have a lot of follow-up questions for this gentleman,
I'll put you in contact with him.
I'm gonna go with an 8 1/8.
Okay. Jules?
I like the uniqueness, and if he does use it, I would probably go with like an.
It's okay. It's okay. He's not going to find you on Instagram. Just block him now. Block him now.
Probably like an 8.2, but if he doesn't really use it often and he's just doing it for the hell of it, I'd probably go for like a 6.
All
I
right.
can already see the guns and the raccoons in the back.
One of our friends hunts with C4.
All right. We got us a 1971 GMC. This was built by him and his father, which I think we all have a respect for anybody that kind of does a family build like that. Jules, jump on in. I see you're starting to kind of like, this is more your style. Does that look like the Virginia pine forest? I don't know.
Definitely.
I have no clue.
Definitely. I actually learned stick in a truck like this.
Nice.
It's really nice. The chrome, not a huge fan of it.
All right.
But that's just my preference. But it does go with the truck. It matches everything. Not a huge fan of the amber lights on top, but
they're a little standout-ish.
They
I feel
are.
like they're kind of period correct, but I would like it cleaned up a little bit.
yeah.
Well,
maybe
wait a
light
minute.
bar.
Which period? Because I think the charm of this truck is the fact that it is so confused about which period it is that it's working for it.
I can see that.
It's just wild with the bottom.
It's true.
We got the ultra clean chrome wheels that I love with off-road tires lifted up on a.
I do have a lot of respect for people that either keep a classic truck perfectly classic and perfectly restored, and then I like this look as well, where from frame up, it's the classic truck, and then suspension down, you've modernized it. There's something kind of cool about that look that I like. I don't hate that he's running chrome wheels on there. I think it's kind of like might have been his dad's choice, like it's a dad choice kind of thing.
It is.
Yeah. But I think I don't know. I think it works.
Jules was in the on the front axle there. It says SDS,
It says BDS.
BDS.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Exactly. What do you call that? What is that? Like?
What's he asking?
Yeah.
It's what connects the tires. I don't
All right.
remember.
So that was the setup from episode 3.
I was totally expecting it.
Yeah, it was. Did you see episode 3?
No, I didn't.
Well, that
I was
was,
expecting it.
Nobody else did either.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
would. That one. We got a little beat up in that episode, but all right.
If you ask me stuff that I did with my old truck and I had to fix, I can name it. But I never had to work on that on my old truck, so I don't know it.
That's fair. Listen, Dave was just trying to set you up so he didn't feel so bad about that at episode 3. But don't worry. You're good. Trust me. You probably know more than we do. Dave, rate this truck.
Loving it. 9. Strong 9.
It's an older type of model, so
Uh-oh.
huge respect for it, for sure.
Okay.
I'd probably say 80, not 80, just kidding. 8.8.
8.8. All right. That's pretty strong. That's pretty
High,
solid.
yeah.
All right, cool. Let's go to the next one.
Because I'll just call it diff blocker as I see it myself.
What do you call it?
A diff blocker. It's like
Stabilizer.
California for tie rod. Exoskeleton.
Now we're gonna get everybody out of their comfort zone here. This is not my style, but I respect anybody that builds something like this because chances are you're not putting an exo cage on your truck unless you're using it.
Yeah.
Jules, what do you think?
It definitely looks like he goes off-roading with it, I would say. I think it's a little too much. Just
Go ahead. Yeah, you can point.
this and just everything that's with it. The roll bars, though, I will respect for sure because my older truck has roll bars, so
But you think
Respect
the
with
exo
that.
cage is a little much?
for sure.
I'm okay with an exo cage if you're actually crawling to where some of these guys crawl where they're sideways and their
Yeah,
doors
I was
like
saying
that far.
that definitely, if he's using it and he's taking off-roading, which it looks like he is,
It's
then
pretty clean though
respect.
for something that's getting. Let's see if we got any other pictures of it. Like it's really clean for a truck that's going off-roading, but maybe he just cleans it every time, which I also respect.
I want both of you to take a look at those wheels
Okay.
because that's what a wheel ought to look like.
Well, yeah, I mean that looks more like a true bead lock. I can't really tell.
I think those are real.
You think so?
I think those are real.
All right. Well,
think those are
you're about to
authentic.
find out in the comment section
I think so.
if you're right or wrong.
This guy has committed 100% in the direction of this Tacoma,
All right.
and which I got like huge props for. Ain't looking back.
Have you ever owned a truck with a winch, Jules?
No.
Oh,
I mean,
neither has Dave. Dave's been dying for a winch for the last 20 years of his life. Maybe that'll change, Dave. Warren, if you're out there, we would accept a sponsorship for my good buddy Dave's van. And
I would
Let's hear
say, probably as a 7.2.
7.2.
see, I think me.
There's a little reserve on the point, too.
Well, it's upwards. You know?
All right,
I gotta. I will say of the Tacomas that I've seen in this direction,
Right?
this one's. I think this one is the top that we've seen
Really? Okay.
in this direction.
I hear you,
Of
I hear
the
you.
exoskeleton,
Right.
and all that sort of, I mean,
Well, give us a grade.
all right, 8 7/8.
All right, 8 7/8. Let's do one more here. You a single cab fan?
I am. That's my Chevy.
Okay, well then.
Well, I don't know. You show up in your Ram, now you just mythological Chevy you've got. Whatever.
One thing that I don't see a lot of around here, and I know like maybe in the South or back east, there's a lot more single cabs rolling around. Out where we're at, I mean, if you go to any car lot, it is almost exclusively crew cab trucks. At the smallest, you'll see some extended cabs, but for the most part, it's crew cabs. I like single cab trucks. I just carry too much crap with me. So I like having a whole backseat area to throw it all in. Jules has the single cab Chevy. So what do you think about this modern take on your truck? What year is your Chevy?
An 88.
An 88. All right.
With the bed that's a 76.
Okay. A little Frankenstein action going on over there?
It is definitely a Frankenstein truck.
All right, cool. Well, what do you think about this one?
I really like it. I think it really matches. Not a huge fan of the color.
All right.
But funny because that's my Dodge's color. But
Is it? I thought it was black.
No, it's blue. It's a dark blue.
Okay.
It changes color.
Gotcha. Let's see if we got any. What do you think about the stretched tire look? Because clearly he's got his tire stretched a little bit here.
I don't think it looks that bad. I know, like, if you stretch it a little too much, it definitely can be noticeable and can look janky, but it doesn't look that bad. I've had friends that stretch their tires and they look decent.
Gotcha.
So just because I always ask when I don't know.
Okay, so if you see his wheel is wider than his tire. So he's got, I don't know what that's a 12.5
in
wheel.
the back.
Yeah, right. Let's just say maybe it's a 14. And then the tire would be so say it's a 14, he's got a 12.5 tire. So you have so you'll see the sidewalls of the tire are stretched out like that to make it, which to me is dangerous. And if you're going to throw any kind of weight on the back of that thing, I don't trust that tire staying on the bead, especially considering like how much of a pain it is to get it on there in the first place.
I was saying the cosmetics, it doesn't look that bad.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I
don't hate it on this truck. I've seen some that look like they're stretched way more.
Yeah.
I like a little more meatier of a tire as well. With that size of a wheel, that's kind of a small tire, but once again, that's more my preference. Dave, what do you think?
That's a bold trick. You know, it was that, like, if I go to Joe's Tires, I can just say, hey, man, stretch that tire.
No, see, that's the other thing. A lot of tire shops won't do it because it's, number one, it's dangerous to even stretch it because you kind of got to do the old, like, some lighter fluid and some matches to, like, pop them on there because most tire machines won't stretch them on there. Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. You'd probably enjoy it.
Have you seen this, Jules?
I don't know how my friend did it, so I'll have
You're going to tell
him.
me in Virginia, you've never been, I mean, you're a dirt bike girl, right?
Yeah.
Congratulations for not going to four wheels. Thank you. But you never had a buddy with his four-wheeler whose tire came off and he's like, oh, man, how are we going to get this on? He's like,
to be honest, the people I rode with, they're all dirt bikers mostly. They weren't really four-wheelers.
all right, well then, I take that back. Let's just throw that scenario out of the way. It's a real common trick to especially mount like quad tires or, you know, like off-road. When you're off-road and you don't have tire irons to try and get your tire back on the bead, is you'll use some like carb cleaner, lighter fluid, whatever you have that goes boom, and you just spray a ton of it in there. And then
In where?
inside the wheel that's on the rim, right? And then when it blows up, it seats it on the actual bead. Yeah, it's a common trick.
All
I
right.
don't know. That's how I was taught to mount wheels when I was a kid. Yeah,
Cool.
on my go-karts, that's how we did it.
Like carb cleaner or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's like a preferred thing.
Yeah, I was thinking it has to be
Somebody's
another
probably
way.
going to say like, oh no, carb cleaner, that's going to eat your tire up. But, you know, I think when you're on the side of the trail.
Kids do not try this at home.
Yeah.
And by kids, I mean me.
No, try it, Dave. Let's make sure the camera's there, buddy. You can try whatever you want. All right, Jules, let's rate this truck.
Again, I don't like the chrome, but I'm a fan of the wheels and everything. The two-door, the Silverado, of course.
All
so
right.
I'd probably say 7.5.
7.5. All right, that's not bad. Dave?
Doc, I think I'm gonna be in agreement with Jules on this one. I think
Oh my God, we did it.
I think it's got a good look. I mean, we've been shooting, pretty close here.
Which one is it? Which one is it? There it is. There it is. All right. So
All
Dave, 7.5?
Yeah, I think I think he's probably a cool guy. Like, I don't think I could make fun of his truck.
All right.
I think it's good.
Let's do one more here to wrap up. We've got, finally we're getting a Duramax. We've been a bunch of gas trucks here coming up. So let's switch to the diesel world. This one is also a California truck, which I respect because Jules was just asking how you get away with this stuff in California.
Yeah.
I think we just go for it. So don't worry about it. Just go for it with your truck. All right. Jules, what do you think about this here Silverado?
Everything is color match. I think if I had this truck, I probably would change the headlights out. Just blacken them out.
Okay.
Get a tint on them. He definitely has a tint on the windows, so that's good.
Well, then we get all like,
Oh.
Whoa.
little galaxy over here.
Okay.
What do you think about the headliner?
That's interesting.
So I've been wanting to black out my headliner, and everybody's like, you should totally put the twinkling star thing in there. And I'm like,
I've never seen that before.
I don't know if it's the most masculine thing to do. You know, like,
Well, when I was hitchhiking, totally kidding. I wished I had some story about when I was in a truck with a twinkle headlight.
I'm kind of glad you don't.
Me too.
All right. Looks like he's got rock lights. That's nice. Oh, we can change colors on the interior.
Oh, okay.
Doc, 2019 is a glorious year.
The white looks better, I think.
I think the blue was throwing me off maybe.
Yeah.
But like, at what point are you? I mean, I don't know. Maybe I've never done it, but like, are you ever just sitting in traffic and like you just recline your seat back and you're like, man, it's beautiful out tonight. Like, I mean, I kind of get the showness of it, but like, how often are you really looking at it?
I think it's not to maybe look at it, but for pictures maybe.
All right.
I mean, it's unique to especially like in a truck show or something. And
Yeah.
you open those doors up and they see that, they're being like, well, "Damn, where'd you get that?"
Now, I'm probably like, everybody's gonna say, well, you're talking crap about it, and I plan on getting my headliner done, and the guy that's doing it's probably gonna be like, hey, for 20 more bucks, we'll throw lights in it, and I'll probably be like, well, okay then. And then I'm gonna get a bunch of crap for it when I do it because of what I just said. But listen, I don't hate it. It was like I think it was Rolls Royce that started doing it in their cars from the factory, and then it's kind of adapted to where everybody's doing fiber optics in their headliners. It's different, you know. I gotta say, I give this guy credit for like taking that truck to that level that we were kind of talking about earlier. Where if a lot of these other people with like the kind of blacked out trucks would just step things up to a different level, you'd have a more complete show-ish truck. And it seems like this guy spent the time and the money to do that. Yeah. And he's real proud of that. He sent us 2 pictures of that headliner. He's proud of that headliner. Dave, what are you thinking, man? I see some gears turning over there.
It's awesome, man. I would say, like, there's not a whole lot keeping you from being a 10, but I'm still going to go with like a 9 3/8.
Did you see the wheels? You're going to go that high with those wheels, Dave?
I am actually. I think the headliner actually helped.
It might have blinded you a little bit. You're seeing stars? Is that what? These aren't the stars of the headliner. You're still seeing from how bright it was, Dave. Those are the bolts that you don't like on the wheels.
I mean, I'm going to blow your mind, but I like things that are unique and original.
Okay.
And after all the truck judging that I've done, I don't think we've spent a whole lot of time on the interior package.
That's fair.
That's true.
And so to see shots of what the interior is like, I think his steering wheel was also notable. I don't think it's a stock steering wheel.
It was.
It is.
I did notice
It
that.
is a stock steering wheel?
Yep.
Chevy. It's awesome.
It looks good though.
What are your thoughts,
looks
Jules?
good.
What are your thoughts?
I mean, usually people focus on the exterior looks, and I definitely respect that this man or woman looked in the more interior, looked more in the interior and put his focus into that also.
All right. Well, what do you guys rate these trucks or this truck?
I already did.
Sorry, Dave.
Jules?
For this one, I would say 8.9, 8.8.
Wow. All right. All right, guys. Well, with that, we've come to the end of another truck judging video. Everybody, thank Jules for
Thanks, Jules.
Appreciate it.
All right. Jules, if anybody wanted to find you in the social media world, where could they find you?
My Instagram is JJJ, so JJ Jules XO.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Everybody go follow her, right? You want to follow her? Is
Yes,
that cool?
yes, that's
okay. All right. Everybody go follow her. You can see pictures of her truck. We'll get her back at some point. We'll do a whole video on her truck as well because there's not too many women-owned trucks that we do. If you guys want to see more of Jules on the channel, Jules, would you be willing to do another truck review video? I know this is your first one. Dave and me can be a lot. So hopefully we kind of, hopefully you're okay.
No, it was good.
You haven't pushed your panic button or anything. We're good.
Where is it?
Right? They're confusing. We're still trying to figure them out. If you'd be willing and you guys want to see Jules back on the channel, maybe she'll review your truck as well. Just let us know down in the comments and we try to accommodate you guys. Also, if you want your truck reviewed, please, 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 please. I've said this 100 times, but we are still missing that message. Send it to my email, which is in the description of this video. Do not send me a direct message on Instagram because then I lose all of the direct messages from other people that are actually trying to conversate about other things, and it makes it really hard to get back to everybody. Plus, it's hard to transfer to my computer. So my email is in the description. Click on it, and you guys can send in your trucks, and Dave, myself, possibly Jules will review them for you. Jules, is there anything you want to say to the people? Damn, that's on the spot. That was on the spot.
That was definitely on the spot. If you go on my
Just ask
Instagram,
again.
I don't really have much pics of my truck, but I plan to shoot some more. So, yeah, that's about it.
And she loves all of you for watching. Thank you.
Yes, that too. Thank you. I forgot that part.
So as always, thank you guys so much. If you have not subscribed already, please click the subscribe button. That way you do not miss out on any future content. Don't forget to give this video a like, aka a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up for Jules. And don't forget to check out workforitapparel.com because if there's anything you want in this life, you got to be willing to. This is where you say work for it.
Work for it.
There it is. Go ahead, Dave.
Damn. Yeah.